This project started out with the intention of filming an overnight camping video. The weather forecast changed to a winter storm warning before my scheduled outing. I decided to proceed anyhow. 10 centimeters or 4 inches of snow had already fallen, and winds were starting to pick up as I started out. The forecast called for intensifying blizzard condition for the next 24 hours. What transpires was a humbling experience. My voice and demeanor in this next clip show the concern that I felt for my situation while starting to film and make camp. My clothes were already wet from sweat and wet snow from the 2-hour hike in.
Hey guys, Keith here. We got a cool adventure here for you guys today. Hey guys, Keith here. We got a really cool adventure here for you guys today. I hiked in around 5 kilometers. We are actually here now. There is a blizzard warning tonight, so I think it's going to be a really cool shot. We're going to set up a shelter right around this way. I'm thinking about doing like a natural, sort of like a lean-to shelter. Right now, we're getting around 1 to 2 centimeters an hour, so that's my plan. Anyway, we got some good food and I have to cook later on. The plan now is to get the shelter all put up and then just kind of settle into camp and see what the storm brings, but I think it's going to be pretty neat. Thanks for joining, by the way. If this is your first time watching, thanks a lot. If you watched the first video, well, that's awesome. Thanks a lot for coming back for the second one, and yeah, let's get to it.
At the start of my trip, I was really excited to get going. I realized early on, though, that this was going to be a hard hike in. The sled was pulling pretty heavy in the snow, and yeah, I realized pretty quickly this wasn't going to be just a fun trip I'd expected. It was going to be a lot of hard work. It wasn't until I stopped to look at some of the footage after I returned from my trip that I saw actually how wet and damp I was when I arrived.
Hey guys, so thanks for clicking on there and watching this video. This is my second video now. You guys know, of course, that I put one out. Well, take one, take two.
Despite having serious doubts about going through with the overnight excursion, at this point in time, I keep going on, figuring that I'm too far into the journey at this point in time to do anything but set up a shelter and get ready for the night. So that's what I set out to do. So shortly after, you can see where I have my shelter constructed at this point in time. I just had to stop filming, and I had to try to compose myself and get a fire going, which proved to be very difficult to do. Everything around me at this point in time was quite damp and wet from the wet snow and the wind that everyone was starting to pick up. I was able to get a small fire going, mainly just the oils and that from the birch bark. But perhaps it was a good thing I wasn't able to start a good fire, because if I ran out of fire 1, 2 o'clock at night, it could have proved a much more serious situation with the dampness of my clothes and the impending storm. So I decided to call it, and I hiked out. It was once again a 2.5 hour hike to get home, and I actually hiked right back to the door, so an additional 1.5 kilometers where I had dropped off to. So that's actually the last clip that you see here from my security camera, is me pulling up my street.